Hey everyone, quick question for you. Are you totally aware of the invisible money leaving your bank account every single month? Because the reality is, we're living in an era where countless services are just quietly siphoning off our hard-earned cash on autopilot. Today, we're going to expose exactly how this happens, and way more importantly, how you can actually stop it. Welcome to This Explainer, where we'll equip you with everything you need to finally escape the subscription trap. But real quick, before we dive in, just a mandatory heads up. This explainer is strictly for educational purposes and is not financial advice. Also keep in mind that subscription costs and availability will vary depending on your provider and region. All right, let's get into it. So let's kick things off with a little mental exercise. How much do you honestly think you spend on subscriptions every month? Take a second right now. Add up your streaming services, your gym, those random apps on your phone. Just hold that number in your head. If you're like most people, you probably guessed somewhere in the ballpark of $50 to $100. Well, prepare to be surprised because there is a massive disconnect happening here. The average American estimates they spend about $86 a month. But the actual reality? It's $219. That is a staggering 2.5 times underestimation gap. We aren't just talking about a little rounding error here, right? We're talking about a $133 monthly gap. Over a single year, that translates to almost $1,600 in completely invisible spending that just never even made it into your budget. So here's our game plan for today's explainer. 1. The great subscription illusion. 2. 6 silent money drains. 3. The free trial trap. 4. A 30-minute financial audit. 5. Rules to keep or cancel. And 6. Where your savings should go. Let's start with Section 1, the great subscription illusion, and how it's designed against you. You might be wondering, why are we so terribly bad at guessing our own spending? Well, it's because the system is beautifully, intentionally engineered against you. Get this. The subscription economy is projected to reach an astronomical $859 billion by 2026. This isn't some accident. It's literally one of the fastest growing business models in history, primarily because it aggressively extracts way more money from us than one-time purchases ever could. And the brilliant mechanism driving all this growth? Frictionless forgetting. 72% of consumers have every single subscription set to auto-pay. When payments are completely frictionless, there's no real moment of decision. There's no physical handover of cash to remind you that you're actually spending money. It literally turns your everyday forgetfulness into a permanent recurring tax. The trick really lies in how our brains process small numbers. Seeing a charge for $9.99 feels entirely negligible. It just slips right past our mental accounting. But when you're suddenly managing 12 different $10 charges across a bunch of random billing dates, that invisible accumulation turns into over $1,400 a year. Which brings us to Section 2, 6 silent money drains. Let's break down where that money is actually going. If we look at the average budget, we generally find 6 main culprits. First up, streaming video, which averages $45 to $80 a month. Music and podcasts take another $10 to $20. Fitness and wellness apps, yeah, including those gym memberships you haven't used since January but absolutely swear you'll use next Monday, those drain another $10 to $50. That category alone contributes to an unbelievable $15.5 billion wasted annually by Americans on forgotten services. Then you've got software like cloud storage at $20 to $60 and food delivery apps eating up another $10 to $30. But the really crucial point here is the absolute newest drain on the block: AI tools. Americans paying for AI are already spending an average of $66 a month. People are juggling ChatGPT, Midjourney, Grammarly, often signing up for a $20 tier for one specific project and then completely forgetting to cancel it when the project ends. It's gotten so out of hand that 53% of users actually have to rely on a churn and restart strategy just to keep their heads above water. Moving on to Section 3, the free trial trap. We have all fallen for this one, right? The psychology of the free trial is just devastatingly effective. 70% of participants in a recent survey admitted they've forgotten to cancel a free trial, permanently locking them into a paid subscription. The psychology is so simple but so brilliant. The friction of figuring out how to actually cancel feels just a tiny bit higher than the pain of a small $10 charge. So you tell yourself, I'll just do it next month. And the cycle just repeats. And make absolutely no mistake, these companies make it hard on purpose. Research shows that 143 different subscription services deliberately use intentional friction and dark patterns. They'll hide the cancel button, make you click through 5 different pages of guilt trips, or worst of all, make you actually call them on the phone during business hours. They are quite literally banking on you just giving up, totally exploiting your busy schedule to keep their profit margins high. All right, Section 4, the 30-minute financial audit. It is time to take back control. Here is what I want you to do. Set a 30-minute timer this weekend and follow these exact steps. Step 1, pull 3 months of statements. Not 1, 3. You have to catch those sneaky quarterly charges. Step 2, highlight every single recurring charge. Step 3, dive into your App Store or Google Play settings because a lot of these charges just show up super vaguely on your bill. Step 4, check your PayPal automatic payments, which usually live totally separated from your main bank view. Step 5, compile a master list with the monthly cost and the date you last actually used the service. And finally, Step 6, sort every single item into 3 distinct buckets: keep, cancel, or review. That brings us to Section 5, rules to keep or cancel. We need a solid decision framework. We need strict rules to totally remove all emotion from this process. So, here are the absolute non-negotiables for immediate cancellation. If you haven't used it in 30 days, cancel it. If you forgot it even existed until you did this audit, cancel it. If you have duplicate services, like 2 different cloud storage plans, or if it's a free trial that converted without you noticing, cancel it immediately. Do not fall for the sunk cost fallacy here, folks. Just cut the cord. Now, on the flip side, you only get to keep a subscription if you meet these rules. You use it multiple times a week. Canceling it would actually force you to pay more for a direct alternative, or it clearly replaces a way more expensive habit. And for streaming, I want you to adopt the rotation strategy. Keep one anchor service and rotate the rest based on what you're actively binge watching at the time. You can easily slash a $70 streaming bill down to $30 a month with virtually zero sacrifice in what you're watching. And our final section, Section 6, where your savings should go. Look, canceling subscriptions only actually matters if that freed up money is given a deliberate, powerful destination. Let's look at the compounding math of saving just $89 a month. If you put that into a high-yield savings account at 4%, boom, in a year you got a $1,000 emergency fund plus $42 in free interest. If you apply that $89 to credit card debt at 21% interest, you are literally shaving years off your payoff timeline. And if you invest that same $89 in an index fund at a 7% return for 20 years, that turns into roughly $46,000. Just from canceled subscriptions. I mean, that is life-changing math. So the bottom line is this. You have the power to close that almost $1,600 gap. By taking just 30 minutes to do this audit, you can realistically save between $500 and $1,500 a year, starting right today. This is not about depriving yourself. It's about reclaiming money you already worked hard to earn and stopping a dozen different companies from making automatic spending decisions for you. Now, I gotta hear from you. What is the most embarrassing subscription you found that you completely forgot about? Head down to the comments section and let me know. Seriously, absolutely no judgment here. We have all been caught in the trap. If this explainer helped you find some hidden money today, please hit that like button, share this with a friend who definitely needs a financial audit, and make sure to subscribe so you never miss out on our future explainers. Thanks so much for learning with me today, and go take back control of your budget.